One of the biggest creatures that lived in the oceans is the megalodon. A shark that's twice the size of a T-Rex. When this thing opened its mouth, a car could go in there. It could slurp a few people up like it's nothing. Fortunately, it's extinct, even though a lot of people disagree and say it's still here, and it lives in the Mariana Trench. It's been years that people on the internet have stories about the megalodon. Some people say they've seen it, some people post photoshopped images, and some people say, I've seen it with my own eyes. Some people say this is in the Mariana Trench, but we can't check it out ourselves. Because the water pressure is so high, we can't go without equipment. On the other hand, scientists say no, there's no way. A megalodon does not live down there. And they say, if something this big lived down there, we would have for sure seen it. If the megalodon actually lived in today's oceans, we would have for sure seen an image or a video of it. Because it's so big, you can't miss it. And some people say it's for sure there, and some people say absolutely not. The scientists that say it's not there say that even if it lived in the oceans, it would never go in the Mariana Trench because the megalodon hates cold water, and in the Mariana Trench, the lower you go, the colder it gets. And even if it was there, we would have for sure seen something about it, like a half-eaten prey, or a full skeleton of it. The only thing paleontologists have found from the megalodon is its teeth. And it's not only a few, there's a lot of them around the world. And the reason for that is, sharks' teeth recycle, meaning the teeth falls out and it gets replaced right away. Pretty much opposite of humans that we only do this once. Every 2 weeks, a shark's teeth falls out. If we want to talk about shark teeth, we're gonna be here all day, but let's look at some facts about shark teeth. A shark's mouth usually has about 3,000 teeth. Humans have 1 row of teeth, but sharks have 5 rows. And you could say hundreds of these teeth fall out a day and gets replaced over time. They say in a shark's lifetime, 30,000 teeth gets replaced. And if you didn't know a lifespan of a shark, it's 20 to 30 years. So now we know why there's so many megalodon teeth across the oceans. And that's why it was a shark, but not a regular shark. Except the megalodon teeth, nothing else has been found. That's why we don't have a lot of info about it. But just from the teeth, we could see that there was a giant shark living in the oceans back then. Paleontologists believe the megalodon showed up around 16 million years ago, meaning one of the creatures that came after the dinosaurs went extinct. The length of a megalodon was 14 to 20 meters, and that is why when it got hungry, it attacked the largest thing it could find. Like killer whales or dolphins. I mean, it was pretty understandable because this thing weighed between 13 to 30 tons and it had to fill its stomach somehow. But remember, this is not the largest thing in the ocean because the largest thing in the oceans is still alive today. The blue whale. The weight of a blue whale can go up to 173 tons, and it could be as long as 30 meters. And this size and this weight has made the blue whale the biggest thing in the ocean. But let's get back to the megalodon. They say the megalodon disappeared around 2 million years ago, basically meaning it went extinct. But when scientists think on why this thing went extinct, they have no clue. But one theory suggests that at that time there was barely any food in the oceans, but we don't know the reason why. But it was a time where dolphins and whales were not anywhere to be found, and this thing would stay hungry because small fishes weren't gonna do the job. They say the reason there was not enough food for the megalodon is that the earth was cooling down and dolphins and whales moved up to colder water. And megalodon with this size can't stand cold water and couldn't follow them. Megalodon's food slowly turned into small fishes, so basically it stayed hungry. So it doesn't really matter how it went extinct, but if it was still here, our oceans would be extremely different. They say the megalodon needed about 1100 kilograms of food each day. Now imagine a creature like this roamed the earth now. Any fish that had a little bit of meat on it, this thing would eat it. There will be no more fish left for the fishermen, and not only would they not be able to get any fish, there will be another threat, and that is when they caught fish and wanted to bring the net up, the megalodon would attack the net and the whole ship. Cause even right now, killer whales attack fishing boats, and they usually attack when they're pulling up the fish from the sea. But yeah, the killer whale doesn't stand a chance against the ship. But the megalodon would easily destroy it, and it could easily pull down on the net, break the crane, and flip the ship. If the megalodon was still here, we would have to say goodbye to the beaches because the megalodon comes close to the beach. When the megalodon wants to give birth, it comes into shallow waters, and warm water beaches are the perfect place for the megalodon. Earth's natural history is extremely entertaining. A lot of different animals came and left. If we want to talk about all the animals that came and left, it would take hours. But we're gonna continue this route. We talked about the biggest thing in Earth's history, which is the blue whale, the biggest snake in the world, which is the titanoboa, and the biggest shark in history, which is the megalodon. Next time, we might talk about the biggest cat in history. But this is just an idea. Which extinct animal would you like to know more about? Please leave us a comment.